We're playing the Stanley Parable today, and it's gonna be gas. I had some trouble. Thankfully, I made the right decision of trying to launch the game ahead of time before I started the stream. Right. So I bought the original, like the absolute original, like Gmod mod original, and I tried starting it on Steam. Just didn't work. Just didn't work at all. Did nothing. It would I'd click it and it would say like, it would act like it was launching on Steam. It would say like stop when and it would just immediately go right back to play. So it just wouldn't work. So I tried every fix in the book. I updated my my graphics card drivers. I updated my Windows and everything, which I should have done anyway, but I did it then and didn't help. So I had to literally 15 minutes ago. I had to splash money and just buy the Ultra Deluxe Edition so I had something to play. So, unfortunately, this isn't the original OG edition, which is what I wanted to play. Because I know this game's got like a bunch of versions. But, so we're playing the most modern version, which I tested, and at least it fucking works, you know? Like, it launches. So that's a good start. So that's basically where we're at today. Bunch of stuff changed with the stream today too. I implore you to watch to the end of this stream. I don't know how long this version of the game is. I knew the original game was like an hour and a half long. This one may be longer. If it's longer, then I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to stop halfway through and we'll finish it another time. But basically that's where we're at the moment. But I have finally made an outro. I spent the past two streams, the past two full-length streams, realizing that there's not really an outro on this stream, and so I drafted one literally in the past like 2 hours, and it's very over the top, very pointless, because who's gonna stick around for the whole outro? It's like a double outro. There's like a first outro, and then it immediately transitions into an actual outro. It's kind of goofy, kind of funny. It uses music from a certain animated YouTube show that I've kind of become obsessed with, as you can see by the image in the corner of Pomni doing the One Piece. Okay. I've had enough of like having my autism meltdown in the first 5 minutes. So we are going to launch right into this. Let me start up this little epic game here. I put my Steam on the other monitor. Oh my god. Okay. So how's everyone? How's everyone else been doing today? We doing good? We chilling out? Jeez, Rick. All right, stopping the music. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's telling me to enter the current time. So, what is the time right now? For me, it is 8:04 p.m. Ah, what's up, bro? How's it going? Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. Okay. Ah, no, it's fucking with me. It's fucking with me. I set up the game before to test it. Okay, that's fucking with me. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 o'clock and call it a day, but you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even... I don't have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. I'm already liking this. Okay. Let's begin the game. That was awfully blunt.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Yes.
And Stanley was happy.
One must imagine Stanley happy.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Let's see what's some cool shit going on here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That's a valid point. What does it mean?
Go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Is this the left funny back rooms? Oh, interesting. I can see how this was built.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, very true.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
Yes,
just
true.
to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yep, that's exactly what I did. Okay, I'm bored. Let's go.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, yeah, but what's this? I know it's like coaxing me to do the wrong thing, right?
Following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is the game working? Yeah, the game's could be working. Game is working just fine. Oh. Okie dokie. I know the game's like coaxing me into doing the wrong thing. I guess there's gonna be like an ending where if you do everything as the narrator says, you're gonna do it.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps
I'm just gonna play the game.
on the wrong
Okay.
foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Oh, right.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Yo!
That's her, Stanley.
Yay!
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I picked up the phone. Pick up the phone, baby! Pick up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you?
Yeah.
Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
Oh.
I'd want to commit my life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Okay.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Huh?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told
Stuck
to
on the
do.
starting
Now
screen?
he's
Really?
pushing a button. Now he's eating
You may have
lunch.
started watching the...
Now
I had
he's
to
going
restart the
home.
screen at the stream at
Now
one point. That
he's
might be
coming
why.
back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown.
Yes, very true.
Fantastic discoveries of new lands.
My bad, bro. I had to restart the
And each
stream
day
because
that
of
he
there
returned
was a
to
lag
work
issue.
was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the
Okay,
earth.
I get it. I
The
fucked up. I'm
thought
sorry.
excited him terribly.
Spend time with
So
the boys.
he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each
Okay,
door.
I get it. I picked the
mere
wrong door,
thought
bro.
That his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
Okay,
And he called
what?
it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets.
Is this like
which life
very
is the real
prolonged torture because I went in the wrong fucking door?
And I'm trying to tell him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button,
Okay, I'm not
do
doing it. I'm not
do
doing it. I'm not doing it. I kind of want to do it, chat. I kind of want to do it. I kind of want to do it, chat. How long is this gonna take? I kind of want to. I kind of want to do. Come on. I had my hands away from the keyboard and everything. I kind of want to do it. Do it. All right.
You see? Can he just not hear me?
Oh.
How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Question
Suppose
nothing.
I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see.
Okay,
Maybe
this time I'm gonna behave myself.
And I tried again.
Please die. I've been playing this game for a total of 10 minutes and it's already told me to kill myself. Okay. Oh.
All of his co-workers.
Oh, okay.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. Low tier god moment. Yeah, true. You should kill yourself now.
When Stanley came to a set of
Okay.
2 open doors, he entered the door on his
You see?
left.
Wait, hang on, left, right. Yep, okay, good. I'm a good boy, I swear. I probably should have gone on the right door for funsies, but
Yet there was not a single person here either.
you're
Feeling
not
a wave
also
of
about consulting
disbelief,
whiteboard
Stanley
manager.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it bottom. Take it out passive aggressively on other co-workers, resent co-workers for not supporting you more, true. Using slides to assure employees that everything is okay. This is pretty. I work in an office sometimes on my job, so this is kind of relatable. Everyone is unique. You most of all. True. Very real. Number of slides on this slide. Okay, whatever.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I know it wants me to go up. I want to be a good boy. But also content. But oh, I want to play the game. But oh, content. Oh, game or content. I'm going content. Fuck it.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
That's pretty
And then
true.
something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this,
Am I
he
looping?
began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh god.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Am I
Simply
looping?
repeating. No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
Yes.
This is all a dream.
It's all a dream.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy.
Yes,
after
I'm
all.
just dreaming.
He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Behind me?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
Behind me.
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? The voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
I'm just fucking with you.
Dreaming about
Okay.
the voice describing me,
You have been
thinking
walking
about how it's
behind
describing
for the
my
past,
thoughts,
like...
he thought.
I
And while
was
he
walking
thought it all
backwards for the
very
past,
odd,
like...
he
Okay,
wondered if
whatever.
this voice spoke to all
Ah,
of their dreams.
I got fiddled with.
Of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right
I got
now
trolled. I
as
got
he's ever
trolled.
been in his life.
God damn it, I swore I'd
Now,
never get
hearing the
trolled
voice
again.
Speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
I swear that
How
coffee
else would
mug
the
wasn't
voice
there.
explain all that? This voice
I'm not going
was a
crazy.
part of himself too, surely.
Okay, shut up.
surely,
That coffee
if he
mug
could
wasn't
just-
there before.
He would prove it.
Okay.
He would
whatever.
prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
Truly.
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Very true.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Very true. Everything will be fine.
I am okay.
I'm okay. I'm chill. I'm chilling out.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
Oh my God.
Someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh my God, we got the amazing digital circus ending. What the hell? What the?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her
Dude, I'm sorry, I
belongings,
went
and
down the
walked to
wrong
her place of
stairs.
work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone
The
knows what
mushroom
crazy
ending.
people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for the day, with very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Damn. Thanks, bitch. Oh my God. Nah. This is gonna fuck with me. Oh no.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, this time, third time's the charm. I'm gonna play it straight.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You're damn right I did.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Okay.
Feeling a wave
This
of
time,
disbelief,
go upstairs,
Stanley
Baka. Go
decided
upstairs.
To go up to his boss's office.
All right, here I go. I'm
Coming
going
to a
upstairs.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's the executive bathroom, my bad. Hello?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Oh.
Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, I shouldn't know this.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
Okay.
Stanley happened
Oh
to
no, I
input
feel like
the
I've messed up
correct
again. I shouldn't know
by
that.
sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh. Oh, Portal 2 Backrooms vibes. Button.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a
bit
stirring
strange,
of emotion
isn't
in
it?
his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
What's going on? should I play this?
Stanley
Like,
walked
oh,
straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I want to do it, Chet. I want to do it. I want to do it, but I know I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna end up right back where I started. You know? Oh, it's a big button in there. I like big buttons. That's a lie, though. I'm being fucked with. I don't like games that fuck with me. Big buttons? I would wait. Big okay, we're going into the mind control facility then. You're not ready for it. Big button.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Yeah,
Stanley
true.
thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Nope.
Now the monitors jumped
Ah.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each
Fired.
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen.
Ah.
And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where was my one? 4-7. What was my one? 4 something? I don't know.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Yeah.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control?
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Offline.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Big
And
button.
as the cold reality of his past began to
I see the big
fade,
button.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over
get up
another
there.
human life.
Can't get up there.
For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Yeah. I mean, it's all offline, so... I mean, I've already done a good job. It's all offline, no? Awaiting input. Here I go. I'm gonna turn it off.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Fuck it!
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to
I take it back.
control of the
I take
machine
it
for
back.
yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Oh, God! Oh, no!
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But
Okay,
you need
bye-bye.
to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go. Turn the controls off.
I'm okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that.
Oh, the
I'm
door's
afraid
closed.
You don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll
Okay.
find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation
Oh,
system.
that's
In the event
fantastic.
that this machine is
Wait,
activated
big button.
without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes.
Okay,
Now
boss
this
fight.
is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your
5.
story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so
Wait,
little
3?
time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what
Okay,
precious
that's not
moments
that's
it
stressful.
is.
That's stressful. I'm
More
not a fan of
time
that.
to talk about you, about me.
Oh, that's
where we're
4?
going,
Come on now.
what all this means.
Oh,
I
no.
barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them.
Where's
Turned
3?
off the machine
I
that
hit
set
2.
you free.
Where's 3?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
Is that 3?
Sometimes when
That
I
was
tell it,
5.
I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing
That's
buttons
3.
endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it
I can
burn
do
to
this.
a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-round will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left.
Shut up.
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going
I
to
did
put
it.
some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional
I did it,
seconds,
though.
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Chat, what do I do? I hit the buttons.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Yes.
Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room
I
was
didn't push
capable of
1?
turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won?
Yes.
Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
1, 2, 3.
You're
I hit.
in
Okay,
the
I know I
brightest
hit them now.
moment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it. So you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Yeah, I know.
That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending.
Okay.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling
Oh,
desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to
Press
me.
any
All
key.
part of the joke.
Okay.
And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable
This
life
is fucking me up right now.
until the moment I
This is
say,
probably fucking up the
"There."
compression of the stream, you asshole. Ah. All I said is that you didn't push 1. I didn't say it was going to work. Man, fuck, you're worse than him. Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I get it. It's like a I have no mouth, but I must scream kind of thing. I kind of get it.
All of his co-workers were gone.
It's like a trial and error
What did it
thing.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley
That
came
door
to
on the
a set
left.
of
Fuck
2
you.
open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
I forgot the
stunned to
code.
discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, This keypad guarded the terrible secret that
Blah,
lay
blah,
buried
blah,
below
blah,
his
blah,
feet.
blah. I want to go
And
down
so
the
the
escape
boss
route
had
now.
assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly
2845, okay.
opened passageway.
I have that saved now. I can just keep doing it. Big button. Alright.
Stanley walked straight ahead through
Man,
the large door.
fuck yourself. I'm going the escape route.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I don't believe you. I think you're a liar, sir.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No, I'm done with you. I'm done
At this
with
point,
you.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Whee. Oh, that's a Portal 2 reference. Okay.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh dear.
it reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture.
Oh.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Yeah, cheers, bro.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley
Oh.
was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Interesting. Ah! What the fuck am I playing?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in
Should
his
have
office,
listened.
as alive
Yeah.
as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Game over? Ah. Little art gallery, right? It's a little art gallery. Oh, wow. Look at that. Wow. The evolution of Stanley's office over time. Oh, cool. They just added more papers. It's kind of cool. End up in the battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient. I would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too joking and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. Okay. Okay, so... Okay. Now what? Did I win? Did I win, chat? Did I win? I beated the game, no? Okay, I don't. Okay. Reading. So. Oh, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Interesting.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only
I don't want to
choice.
just quit the game.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Okay, I'm not gonna quit the game. I'm streaming the fucking thing. Oh my fucking god. Oh.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Oh,
decided to go
Chad.
to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, chat, what do I do? This is different. Am I stupid or is this different? Maybe I just never noticed that
When
before.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go on the door on my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Perhaps he wanted
I'm
to
feeling
stop by
things
the
around
employee
right now.
lounge first, just to admire it. Wow.
Yeah, fuck the annoying. Yeah, fuck the annoying.
This
Yeah.
room.
Okay,
But
so I
eager
went
to
down
get
here,
back to
but I
business,
didn't take the
Stanley
other
took
door.
the first open door on his left.
You're damn right I will. I'll listen to you.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Big button. There is more to this game.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Alright.
Oh, no, it's to the right.
Fuck you, man. He's gonna do it again.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. Oh. I knew it.
No.
I
This
look-
isn't right
I
at
get
all. You're
you.
not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
We were going
Let's
up here and I
stand.
saw
Close
this
your
little.
eyes.
I saw this.
Okay. We just have to get back to oh, who am I kidding?
I saw this
It's
little
all
platform
rubbish
earlier.
now. The whole story completely unusable. How about rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
What the fuck? Okay. All right.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, dude. My. I'm gonna need like a lie down after this. Interesting.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, Did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find...
Ooh, I go. I got excited. It's gonna let me pick and choose. I choose this way. Why not? Oh, a very open-ended story. Oh no, this is just telling me there's way too much to this game now. Fucking back rooms. What is it? Oh. Alright.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can
Nah,
promise
dude, this
you
is sick.
There definitely was a story here before.
Wait.
Do we need to restart the game again?
No. Wait, what's going?
That we'll ever progress
No,
by starting
wait.
over and over
Wait,
again.
no.
It's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
It looped back around. Oh, I want it. I like that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah. I missed the memo, alright. There's no doors at all. Fantastic.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh. Okay. Well, that door's open. I swear it wasn't when I started, but...
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
I'm looping in on myself.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story.
Ah, this is
Let's head
hurting.
back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh, what the... Oh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you remember, Stanley? Well, you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Is that it?
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh my fucking god. It's got
All
an
right,
adventure
I've
mode.
got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I'm following the line. I saw there was an open door back there, but I'm following the
line.
line.
The story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
Yeah, I'm following the line for
Here's
this.
a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward,
What the fuck is this
are we
line, bro?
implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably
Was I
conjured
supposed
into
to do that?
being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure
It's
where I
a
was
bit
going
weird
with all
now.
that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Okay.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay. Marching into battle with this one. For real.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my god.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we make up our own story?
Very
Something
true.
Exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
True. Now this guy's speaking my language.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want?
It's
our
looping
story
on
to
itself.
be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Our
No
awesome
lines or
story.
monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Alright. Where's the line gone? Okay.
Ah,
A choice!
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute.
Oh, it's gonna make me walk in
Okay,
circles for
so
an
I
actual
know that
minute, isn't
each
it?
door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go,
Oh my god.
there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts,
Gotta use the
door on
whole
right is
desk
the
for the
correct one.
circus.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Whoa.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending.
The confusion.
You're telling me
I've been playing for
what this
17
is?
minutes.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes?
Oh my god.
Determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written
Find the line
here on
again.
this-
Find the
this
confusion ending
thing
schedule.
Wall.
Narrator forgets about
Well,
previous restarts.
consult
Stanley
with
attempts to
me.
play the story, but it's
Whenever I
prevented.
get to decide,
Unable to go anywhere or do
why
anything, the
don't
game restarts
I
on its
get a
own.
say in
Find the
all
line
this?
again. Begin
Is it
following the
really-
line.
No, it can't be. I
Find
don't want
identical
it to be.
replica of the office.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I
Chat,
don't
remember
want to
this.
forget what's going on.
So
I don't
he's
want
gonna
to
forget
chat
it.
about
After this,
I
he's gonna
won't
forget.
Restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Nope.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
Sorry, just testing
So
stuff.
I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Jesus Christ. That scared me.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
my
he had
God.
simply missed a memo.
Chat. That's the word, dude. That's the word that keeps me going. Content. Fuck it.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? new content.
A funny word.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013.
Yeah, unfortunately I couldn't play it.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh god.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful.
Oh,
I'm
this
very
sounds
excited to see the
delightful.
thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I may have gone in the wrong door.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go.
Oh,
right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Give me the content.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh, I can actually jump. Oh my god. Okay. I'm loving this game, chat. I ran out of jumps. I just got an achievement just saying you can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it.
There has
Great.
to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator.
Oh my god.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Oh my god.
Yes, I knew
There's
there had to
more.
be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills,
Yeah,
no
true.
gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Loved it. 10 out of 10. Oh. This isn't right.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to
he
show
vented.
you something.
He vented. Okay.
Oh, Okay, you remember how cheap and
Amogus.
unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got
True.
me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
Oh
I
my
call
god.
it the Memory Zone.
Wow.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the
Film and
Memory Zone
Television
remind you of
Awards.
how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, waste.
Wait, is that why I can't play the original? I literally can't because it's part of the joke? Is that actually why?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3.
Persona
it was
3?
all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah, I'll go down there. The original remake. Oh, yes. Can she play how I wanted to?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It
Oh my
didn't
God.
need new
Sorry,
content.
I got jump scared by the
It
French
just
flag.
needed to
My
be
bad.
left alone.
Oh, fuck.
To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Ah! Oh my god. Keep that thing away from me. It looks like the French flag.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Oh my
Oh
god.
no. Oh god, no. Stanley,
Steam.
it's a collection of reviews from Steam,
No.
the online video
No.
game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
No.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh dear. Not the Steam reviews.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Oh god.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights
If you say
that I
so.
can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
Ah, kinda.
You can
These are
tell
real
if I'm
reviews,
preachy,
really?
honestly, you can.
That's hilarious.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
I mean, I did just
I
skip
wish
the
there was
dialogue
a
there.
skip button. A skip button? Well,
Hope these reviews were
well,
compensated.
Yes, I think we can do
Wait, that's
that.
gotta
If I'm
follow.
truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
It's just a big room for one button.
And
Screw it.
here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot.
All right.
I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you with
Okay.
just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated,
Okay.
and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
I'll find it.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Stanley.
You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
Fuck off.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Not
Let me
really.
describe it for you.
No, that's fine, thanks. Hello? Oh, the fire alarm's going off. That's unfortunate. It ran out of power. We'll skip ahead for that.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough.
Listen to
They
the
had
whole
to
thing?
leave a
Okay.
pathetic little
Listen to the whole thing when I
thumbs-down
beat the
review
game?
and make
Alright.
all
What's behind here? I never checked. Oh, nothing. Alright.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Okay,
the end,
that's
is
creepy.
never the end, is
I'm not a
never
fan
the
of that.
end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never...
Oh, it's starting to drip in here. Why does the button still work? Oh! Okay. Oh. Hello? Anybody out there? Help, please. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Oh god. Is this time? Am I time? I've become time. Oh god. It's so dark. All I can do is press the button. Okay, what the fuck is... I'm out. Oh. Oh, whoa, oh, it's all for... Oh. Can I press it again? No. Alright. Hello? Hello? Houdini! Sorry. I had to shove a Star Wars reference in there, my bad. Coldest Saudi Arabian day. Oh. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Chat. I hate to do this, but that was a really good ending we just did there. That was the new content ending. I genuinely think I have to end here for today, just because it's Sunday. I have work in the morning, so I have to. I feel like I have to go to bed. So, that's that. But Jesus Christ, what a... Oh my god, I need to get up in my chair. What a fucking game, bro. What a fucking game. Oh. Dude, I have no words. That was like really... I was engrossed. I was engrossed for like a solid hour right there. Like, oh my god. I may continue playing that next weekend. To do the skip button later, you'll have the new game and just play it straight until you find the new content door again, but trust me, it's worth it. Okay. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But I don't know how we beat this game, but I'm going to try and beat it either throughout the week or this weekend. On next Saturday, I'll have way more time. I can just spend like 8 hours on the fucking thing. So... that's that. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. Guys, I encourage you. I need feedback. I need feedback on my stream outro. Okay, I know it sounds cringe, but I need feedback on the stream outro because I just sorted it out today. You know. It's... I don't know. But anyway, it's good that we had some frequent shadows in here. We didn't have that last stream. I'm very happy with that. Thank you guys for stopping around and staying here for the past hour. Appreciate that. You guys are the goats. Thank you very much. But I'd say that is the end of this stream. Thank you guys for stopping by. I will probably stream throughout the rest of this week. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna try and stream. I'll see you guys later. But that's just how it is. All right, goodbye.